Ahoy, good evening, good morning, good day. Hello, Bebo. How are you? Hey, Rafe. How are you doing? Hope everybody's good. Slowly winding into tonight's stream. I went for a 3K run, so I'm uh, mentally, steadying myself. I forgot I popped in and was super confused that someone was talking. Oh god, I'm so sorry to have startled you. I hope you're doing okay then, Rafe. I hope you're quite alright. We'll get started in just a moment. Just drinking some water. Making sure I'm hippity hydrated. I regret saying that, I don't know why. Just something about it. Just filled with a deep sense of regret. As is the norm, as is customary. Let me quickly make sure everything is running smoothly. That includes checking that you're all doing well. How are you all doing? On a scale of 1 to 10. With 1 being fantastic and 10 being really good. How you doing? How you all doing? I'm great. A minus 13. That's not a number that could be chosen. A waffle with big arms. Thank you so much for redeeming the warm up. Let's get to it. I'm about an 8. Okay, that's pretty good. I apologize as my scale didn't really measure or provide too much context. It'd be a 10 if I was in bed asleep. Ah, that's fair, that's fair, that's fair. I can respect that. I can definitely respect that because I feel that in my bones. Um, like I guess a 4. I mean, that's about almost average, so I can wholeheartedly respect that. That's normal. Okay, fair enough. Would people want to answer a scale like of happiness? Because I've watched Torin talks creativity um, have one basically, and she'll check in on everybody. And I want to check in on you, make sure you're all doing okay, or at least doing good. So I could do that. I could always sketch something up. Let's get rid of this cat. They're done. Waffle, big arms. I think I can achieve that. I can do that. Right? I believe in myself. I need the crinkle pen. We start with a square. Is it a square waffle or a circle? Oh, that's the big quest square it is. Oh no. Yes. Well, I haven't seen personally I haven't seen a circular waffle in my lifetime because I'm Australian. So we don't really waffles not the go-to breakfast secretly wanted square. Ayy, that's good. That worked out well then. But yeah, I don't see many circular waffles in my time. So I can only draw from what I know, right? Trying to work on making these quicker drawings. So I draw with haste and a weird amount of paranoia and nervousness. As an American, I eat a lot of frozen circle waffles. Okay. Are those. As just a genuine question from someone who doesn't know American culture. Eggos. Are those waffles? Those are they Eggo waffles? And if so, why are they called that? Yeah, Eggos. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Can I ask a probably stupid question? Of course. Is it the Eggo waffles thing? Or Do you have another question? If so, yes, you may. Lego my ego commercialism was lit. No, what's a yaki? A yaki is Yakult. So Yakult is like a probiotic drink brand. It's basically like, well, it's essentially like a milk drink that you can get in Australia and I think also like parts of the Philippines and Japan, as it turns out. Um, and basically, it's like a little, it's almost a shot of this probiotic yogurt milk, like liquid yogurt essentially. And I remember as a kid, a lot of like you would get like some kids would get this drink in their lunch, and it was just a nice way of getting your probiotics in your system, essentially. But as a kid, I didn't get Yakult as a kid, so I always really wanted it. It's yummy. It is yummy. Not Danimals, good, but good. Okay, yeah. I don't know what Danimals is, if I'll be real with you. But yeah, so as an adult now with adult money, I just bought myself some, and then I realized that it was delicious, and I've never gone back. It was also a big, like a huge running joke in my Discord, not Discord, just community for a while. So we added Yakult, Yakis, to the stream assets. Danimals is unhealthy Yakult. Interesting. A beefy waffle. That sounds really nice though. A beefy waffle. Because I've had waffles now as an adult. They're square waffles, but like still waffles. And yeah, a savory waffle sounds awesome. Oh, sorry. I my brain was like, oh no, it couldn't be talking about the drawing. Oh, now I want a savory waffle. So just um mentally in the drawing. Then I just forgot that I'm working on a beefy waffle. Madness. Just overcome with madness. The madman's knowledge. Give him his little elbow. Savory waffles would be yummy. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I love a savory pancake, that's for sure. Those are horrible fingers. Terrible, but they don't need to be good. I did something similar to that earlier today. Ooh, savory pancakes? Tell me about it. Talk to me. Tell me about the pancakes or whatever you did. The savory something. As long as the ad doesn't trap you, which I don't think it has. I think you're safe from the ad. It's cryo if it was a waffle. Big muscles. No, forgetting what I was doing. Oh, forgetting what you're doing. That's also fair. Also prone to happen, right? Easy to do. I was singing Still Alive from Portal and just disassociated when I came back. I was still singing, so I must have autopiloted where I can still sing. Oh, you must just have an autopilot where you can still sing lyrics. Interesting. It's a very interesting talent to have, that's for sure. To be able to still sing but be on autopilot. It's pretty cool. Give them a bit of shine. Which gonna go make a cup of coffee. All good. Enjoy your coffee. Enjoy the process. See you in a bit. Which is wild to me. Dang, look at them glistening muscles. Gotta make them glisten. The muscles. Gotta make them look good. Yeah, classic strongman. Strongman waffles. But I think with that, we have. I think we've warmed up. I'd say we're pretty warm. I love him. Good on you, Rafe. I love him too. He seems like he'd be a chill dude. Good guy to hang out with at the gym. Wait, hold on. Just quickly. He needs feet. If he's got a face, he needs feet. There we go. Just keep him there. Someone gonna pop in and get stared down by Buff Waffle. Yeah, as it should be. That keeps the ruffians out. That keeps those no-gooders out of our stream, out of our chat. It's for the best. Now we're still on this page, but we got to work on some highlights. I don't know, I'm still here. That's true, but you were here before the waffle, so it kind of balances out. You know? It all kind of sorts itself out. Or there's at least there's a reason, you know, for your continued presence. Oh, I didn't finish with the shadows. That's also something. Let me just quickly grab that so then we can get started on them. Da, 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 da. I was like, oh, sweet, we can just jump to highlights. Nope. I didn't do that much last time. I did a lot, but I didn't do that much. Is that going to be right? We'll see. We'll see. I think the angle is probably a little bit different for the shadows, but I'll sort it out. That's definitely not right. Realizing. Because I was just like, this part of the hat is still very vibrant. And then I realized and finished it. I have an important question. Ooh, an important question. Well, feel free to ask. I hope it's not serious, though. No, it can't be serious. But ask it. Oh, jeez. Why did my stream only get announced in Frosty's Discord? Good question. Why did that happen? Oh, it appears that my Discord is not announcing my thinguses. You have to be in Frosty's house just to know you're live. That's weird. Let me check. Let me check. Maybe. Oh, I think there could be a reason for it. I had to do a big reset on stuff, so if things aren't working, then we're connected to the Discord. Yeah, I'm gonna quickly log out and log back into the Discord, into my own Discord, because we did have to. Had to make a few alterations and changes to the system. Hopefully that gets fixed now. Yes, I agree. Hopefully that does fix things. And then let me just check. There's one more thing I can check, and it's events, Twitch. Uh, Stream start, Discord, send message. Okay, cool, 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 cool. It should work now, but it may not work for this stream now that we are live. That being said, I could probably just hit BIP on it and we'll test it. This is just live testing. Nope, didn't work. Weird. Well, thank you for pointing that out. You're gonna hit what? Hit what? Good question. Don't hit me. You're next. I'm gonna hit live and then and then I'll hit you. Ooh. Nah. Okay, cool. Well, I know that it's not working now, so I can fix it and make it work later. Thank you for pointing that out, because I did not even realize that it wasn't working. I basically had to do a big password reset on a few things. So, Discord and Mix It Up were one of them. So it wouldn't surprise me if they just needed to, like, some things just need to be reset. It's one of those things. It doesn't matter. It's not the end of the world that it happened, but it isn't convenient. That's for sure. Gray got hacked. No, I didn't get hacked. This was kind of intentionally to prevent hacking. I was kind of just updating passwords and making sure that I was cyber safe, which y'all should do as well, you know? If you haven't updated passwords in a while, you probably should think about doing it. As a PSA, Silent hacked you? No, probably not. Silent, not a hacker. Silent, just a goober. Silent couldn't hack his way out of a paper bag. Alright, let's keep going. Yeah, because also the ratchet drawers wasn't working as well. So I'm going to assume, and this is my educated guess here, but I'm going to guess that it's probably because Mix It Up had to be reset. So as a result, it's just like none of its processes are 100% working or reconnected at the very least, which is fine because it's probably due for a update anyhow. Can make some new assets and things as well. But that does mean that likely over the next month we'll be learning about things that aren't working and updating accordingly. The hell is going on outside? Sounded like an old plane flying overhead. Very weird. See how I feel about this version, this way of doing like additional kind of guiding shadows, but I'm not neither here nor there about it, really. It's pretty good. Relatively happy with that. I may need to be a little bit more specific with the shadows, at least the shadow of the rock itself, because I don't think a shadow would look like that. I might even like do a cheeky little thing where I'll soften the shadow, but only for this one. We'll see. See how it looks and then adjust accordingly. Yeah, that looks like shit. Forget it. Yeah, I think it'd be unbelievable to do because I don't like to do soft edges on shadows. I would rather have just hard edges. That's why I got rid of the soft shadows that I used to do. I just like hard edged like shadows and stuff. Or just hard edged everything. It looks cool. It's cool, it's stylistic. I won't in any other way. Gotta get those freckles in. We're no longer on shadows, we are doing details. Just FYI. But the benefit of them being so far away in this panel is that I don't have to do too much. Just keep it as minute as possible. Now, let me see how I received a little tip, and it was to kind of like for hair highlights, make it look like a really janked up and fucked up H, and that seems to work quite well, apparently. And so far, it looks good, so I don't mind it. That's not bright enough. Oh, it's been 30 minutes. I should probably hydrate. Or at the very least, think about hydrating. I'm gonna hydrate. Do it, you won't. Watch me. You Dude, watch me. Had a cider, does that count? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. Yeah. A cider is pretty refreshing, to be fair, though. Not hydrating, necessarily, but refreshing. You can't trick me. I'll f***ing drink if I want to. Drink water, that is. It's apple cranberry. Ooh, that sounds really good. That's not right for Ratchet. So you start. So the idea is that you start wide, go thin, and then go wide again. You want it. You want hair highlights to look like a H, essentially, from what I have been told. I maybe kind of want to clean it up a little bit, but that's the basic idea from what I have been learning. That's sus. What do you mean sus? What's sus? Nothing. I am the goodest of beings. Seems like a conspiracy. Not everything is a conspiracy. Nothing's ever that simple in art, you know? So I'm suspicious of it too. But it seems to work. This is the thing, it works. It appears to work. Look at this. Look at how resplendently shiny Ratchet's hair is. If it is if I make you grey explain it to you. It doesn't make it a conspiracy if I explain it to you. What? I guess because it follows the curvature of the hair around the head. Good tip. Well, it's what I've heard. It's what I've heard. Stranded. I've heard experts say it is so. That being said, I'm no expert, so if it doesn't work for you, blame someone else. How you doing, Stranded? How have you been? You did a whole expose on Pluto last night. I mean, that's true, but that was because it was funny. That was because it was fun to just go off the deep end and talk about Pluto. That's not on me. I don't even know about planets, man. My bean? I don't know anything about planets. So I have to just riff. I'm good, but also about to fire up my stream, but keeping it low key chatting thing today. Oh, no! I wanted to sit in a cool, chill, low key stream with Stranded. Damn it! Why do I have to stream? Sorry, guys, canceling, closing up stream. There's another stream I'd rather be in. No, but that's cool. Have a good stream, Stranded. If I am no longer live while you are still live, I will definitely pop in. Well, it's usually low key now that I think of it. Yeah, that's true. You got a very good vibe in your streams. As long as, the trouble doesn't get in, you know? F being responsible. Uh, as long as those troublesome individuals who will not be named don't come in. Me. Me and Orpa. They're the riffraff. The trouble. Couple of trouble boys. I would be happy to see you. Oh, I'll try my best. We'll see how we go. Don't worry, the trouble is already here. Yeah, my trouble is here. My community's trouble. No, Rafe's pretty well behaved. But now, I figured one of said individuals really loves soup. Yeah, I mean, I think both individuals really love soup. I haven't asked Orpa, but I assume he does. If he's in my community, he surely likes soup. Riff raff, rafe, conspiracy. Not everything's a conspiracy, Rafe. Some things are just things, you know? That, however, does seem like a conspiracy, so I think you should follow it. See where it leads. Uh, those boots are leather. They need some shine. Or at least a bit of direction, you know? Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar, exactly. And you can trust Stranded, because Stranded loves a cigar now and then. I don't know. That's probably conspiracy too. No. No, there's no such thing as conspiracies. That's a conspiracy. I do love to smoke one now and then. Ayy! I knew Stranded was cool. Only, I don't want to say only cool people smoke. That's a uh, bad image, and I don't want to encourage people to smoke just to be cool. You don't need to smoke to be cool. You can also do a rad kickflip on a skateboard, and you'll be just as cool. Cool is subjective. Unless it's Stranded, then it's then objective, because Stranded is objectively cool. Yeah. Finger guns. I am now no longer talking about cigars. What? You're not talking about the sweet, sweet taste of nicotine? Not that I would know. I've never smoked in my life. Too scared. I don't even I don't even take the recommended number of tablets for headache medication because I fear it. Because I fear it's a gateway. I need to stop. I need to stop being such a goob. I'm gonna get myself into trouble talking like that. Does that look right? No, not at all. Gonna leave that as it is because I don't like the way it looks with too much highlighting. I kidnapped the birds? What? Rafe, what do you mean? Were those birds not yours? That's not cool. That's a crime. Bird napping. It's a crime. You can't commit crimes. That's wrong. Rafe, what are you doing? I gotta get used to humans, even if their mamas hate me. Oh, okay. Oh, you've picked them up. I thought you'd actually kidnapped them. I do have an actual cigar story. When I was about 6, I was staring at my dad smoking a cigar and was rather curious about it. He offered me to try it, and of course, I hacked, coughed, and wheezed my lungs out with with one inhalation. Don't inhale, kids, especially if you're 6. Yeah, damn. You can't stop me. What? Rafe is kidnapping birds and smoking cigars. Then I learned you're not supposed to inhale cigars, but suck them gently. What? What does that mean? I've never smoked, especially not cigars. So my brain is like being told this information. I'm like, thus? I don't know. Neither do I. I'm very uh surprised, I guess. This is not information I ever expected to learn, I guess. And so my brain is imploding on itself. Oh, I've never smoked personally. So it's never been personal when you smoked. I like candy cigarettes because they're basically chalk. What? That's almost more shocking to me. The admission of liking candy cigarettes. I don't know what I'm doing with this bush pattern. It looks weird. Just gonna erase it and start again. Keep it really simple this time around. Because I think I'm just doing too much with those highlights. It's all very unnecessary. I like powdery sweets. Okay, that's fine. That's fair enough. I didn't try another cigar since, as far as I can remember, but that was my dad's point. He was like, now you see, don't even smoke these. Okay, so the real cool, like, old school way of teaching kids not to smoke. Give them a little taste, and then they're like, fucking tastes horrible. You know? Teaching responsibility through the flooding effect, essentially. When I was 18 months, I did my dad's glass of whiskey, though, and allegedly had the best nap of my life. Oh wow, interesting. I love this stream. Nothing like seeing my how your milk is what? My how your milk is handled. I don't. I know what you're getting at, Cryo. Also, hello, Cryo. How you doing? But I know what you're getting at. But I'm also so uncertain of the formatting of what you're saying. The boomer way of teaching through a kid who doesn't know how to swim in the deep end of the pool, so to speak. Exactly. Yeah. It's the best way. Teaches kids to fear the deep, and I've carried that fear with me ever since. It was mostly watered down and almost empty, so it wasn't that crazy. But my dad did freak out, wondering where his glass was for a hot minute. Yeah, I mean that's fair. That would shoot a spike of anxiety up here. That's for sure. Also, potentially the most traumatizing. Yeah, exactly. That's how they make it stick. You know, that's how you make the lessons stick. You know, no, don't do that. It's terrible. Don't traumatize your kids. It's a very bad way of teaching them stuff. Just as a PSA. I'm outside, so my internet is in and out. So lucky for Grey Moose, I'll have to dip for now. Ah, I'm safe for now, at least. I don't even know what Cryos was saying. It was like dubiously threatening, as per. Just throwing in patterns into the grass. Just because I want a little bit more texture to the grass and more of a better mouth feel, you know? You know? You know what I'm saying? And then they wondered why you were so well rested. Yeah, you slept like a baby. A baby with whiskey. On whiskey. Now, before anyone asks that yes, I did say mouth feel to the grass. Don't ask questions. Don't ask questions you don't want the answers to. It's one of those streams where I'm going to be vaguely threatening. You know? Just elusive and aloof, but also just the vaguest amount of threatening to my patter. Like a talk show host that you're not sure if you're being asked questions or being baited. and then he like uh speaks into a walkie-talkie and is like, "We got him." Then boom, prison time. I don't know. I don't know what's up with my energy today. I'm definitely feeling weird. As a father, there are moments you find yourself having to choose between letting your child learn through experience or stepping in and reducing potential trauma. Yeah. Yeah. You taught Alexis to bite. You did. Surely. I don't know why I said that so, like, angrily. Surely it was you. Uh, that's a healthy distrust of game show hosts. Exactly. I want people to feel uncertain. Uncertain about the moose. Because then I'll just, don't know if I'll go crazy. I don't know why I waved my hands around the way I did, but it's part of that making people uneasy that I was just talking about. Teaching them to give kisses, not bite. Well, you can never be certain. Sometimes a little bite is welcome in a kiss, because they have an emotion. They have an emotional reference to call back on. Yeah, exactly. You don't necessarily want the emotionally driven memories to be mostly trauma, because that's, believe it or not, not good for kids. I'd agree on that. Yeah. Like when my kid want to know what an electric fence was. Oh yeah, well you kind of got to let them do their thing, right? You got to find that healthy balance. Exactly. My ass cheek. Somne. What the? My entire ass cheek? Hope you didn't whiz on the electric fence. That's true. That would suck. But as an Australian who was once a child, I can safely say I think we've all held an electric fence before. Scrumptious. What? What? Were I really using it? Yes, I was sitting on it. Wait a second. This chair looks suspiciously Somne shaped. How you doing, Somne? Also, how dare you? Who the fuck do you think you are? The only stepping I did then was touch it with the back of... Yeah, yeah. That's fair. Touch it with the back of your hand. Learn some, less damaging life experience. Uh, so Craze Somne has just bitten off half your bum. What was that? What was this? What has this experience taught me? I shouldn't trust Somne, and that I don't know if I want to finish that sentence. Hmm. No, no, I don't think I will. I don't think I will finish that sentence. No, Somne. Gonna have the grass go a bit that way. Topic revival. Don't revive that topic. I feel like at some point I'm just gonna stare at the Breath of the Wild art book and just to look at the grass, because the grass in that game is beautiful. Somne can no longer be trusted with sensitive material. Exactly. Somne cannot be trusted with sensitive material. And will not be trusted. Never again. Like you can, Crow. No, I don't trust Crow to be near my bun either. I want to just lay in it so bad, even during the rain. Yeah, the grass is chef's kiss. I'm a delicate, tender boy. That's not true. We all know that's not true. I've been to the gym with you. I know you're lying. I might do more with the dirt path, but I'm just gonna leave it for now, just because I'm lacking the creative. Um, I'm just not sure what I'm gonna do for the the dirt path, so I'm gonna just move on. If that's okay with all of you. Actually, if it's, I don't care if it's not. I'm gonna do whatever I want. Delicate, tender boy with massive muscles. Work hard and play hard. Gently. What? No. You mean. I remember when we first met and you shook my hand, I knew I was in danger. Greymouse used you as inspiration for the waffle. I'm blinking with. I'm blinking my eyes separately because I'm. I mean, yeah, the wall. Oh, yeah, yeah. My brain was on like two different conversations. I had to just like. I had to like realign. Yes, I used cryo as inspiration for the waffle. That is correct. I was so madly confused for a moment. That was insane. What? The waffle. Look above me. Look above my head. Waffle. Cryo. Think about it. The warm up was a waffle with big arms. Yeah. Yee. Yeet. I wonder if I should actually swap these as well. Well, I hate to leave a pleasantly feral and thirsty chat, but it's stream time for me. Fair enough. Have a fantastic stream, Stranded. Take me with you. I'm in hell. I'm trapped here. No, have a good one. I'll see you when I see you next, okay? Bye bye. Bye bye. Wave, wave, wave. Uh, what was the prompt? Oh, gotcha. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's pretty accurate. It's pretty accurate, yeah. I'm wondering. I'm gonna swap these two. Just because I feel like we want a bit of a payoff, right? If they're looking up at it, it kind of makes sense for them to actually see it next. And then I'll do another cheeky thing where basically I'll just flip them again, but individually, because we don't want them facing this way. I want to switch them around. These birds are troublemakers. That's fair. Well, they're guests of your home, so of course they're going to be trouble. Cause you're trouble. So they learn from the best. Dinner time, BRB, all good. Have a wonderful dinner. A wonderfully edible dinner. I also kind of want to draw uh, something more landscapey and less person-y. Yeah, you're a troublemaker, Rafe. Don't pretend to be innocent. You know what you did. You know what you guilty as charged. Dang, yeah, I know you. I know you. Trouble. On a scale of 1 to 10, you're troublemaker. Ooh, shaking my fist at you. You got a 27 at troublemaker. Yeah, you're trouble. There's no doubt about that. But you're welcome, trouble. Your trouble that's welcome here anytime. Except for when I'm not streaming, because then what's the point? What's the point in being in this space? Nobody here. Unless it's silent. Silent will be in. Silent sometimes in the chat when I'm not here. Which honestly I feel like I could do better. Yeah, there's rookie numbers. Bump them up. I'm not recommending that you bump up your troublemaking numbers in my stream. That's for sure. I don't need more big troublemakers. I'll be real with you. I've got more than enough here. Trying to bump it up to 42 more points. Damn, that's a lot of points. Too late, I'm already concocting fake rumors as we speak. Oh god. I don't need fake rumors. I don't need more fake rumors about me. Can they be positive about me? Like, he's a pretty cool dude. Very good artiste. Can draw relatively well. Big fan of jam. If I find the jam rumor, then I know it was you because I'm actually not the biggest fan of jam. I once got jam in my lunchbox as a little kid and I cried. That's how much I'm not actually a big fan of jam. As a kid, as an adult, I'm okay. I'm okay with it. However, kid mouse, child mouse, definitely didn't like jam. That's not, yeah, that's not how I draw trees, is it? Confirmed Grey Mouse lies about hating jam. I'm not lying. I just dislike jam. Just not the biggest fan of jam. Jam is soup. Oh, jam is soup? I mean, oh, I don't know how to compute that. I don't think so. Howdy, Chris. How you doing? Guess it's kind of soupy. Can be soupy. Actually, if you make a soupy jam, I think you've made jam wrong. So I feel like it can't be soup. In a sense. Realistically speaking, we can't make soup from jam. Because jam is supposed to be not soup. Greymas doesn't want to test out the jam I made. No, I don't. That's for sure. I don't want to touch your jam. No. I'm not trying anyone's jam. Even if it's sent to me. If you send me jam, you get to watch. I'll send you back a video of me putting it in the bin. Sorry, that's horrifically rude, but I won't be eating jam sent to me. Please don't send me jam. I'll try your jam rip. There you go. There you go. No, it's nothing personal. I just don't trust mail jam. Jam it from the mail. But if I send you jam, it comes from it, and by it I mean my peanuts. No, probably not. I'm not gonna try your peanuts jam. I feel like there would be many issues at customs with peanuts jam. How processed is it? So very rude. It's not mean. Mailing jam. I wouldn't trust mailing jam. Not from the US to Australia, at least. Yeah, no, it'd come as like it'd arrive as a rock. Like it'd be like rock hard, and it'd basically be like um rock candy essentially, right? Very organic. That's not what I asked. I said how processed is it? If it's processed, then it'll get through customs. If it's very organic, as you say, then guess what? I'm not even gonna see it. It's gonna get caught at customs and it blown up because it's gonna be like put in an incinerator because that's what they do in Australian customs, especially South Australian customs. Like, no joke, South Australian customs are so strict when it comes to like organic material. What? Yeah, they're just gonna like vaporize it, and then they'll have to vaporize the source as well someday. They'll send you a letter, and you'll have to show up as they vaporize the jam maker. Rude. What? Yeah, that's what they do. It's Australian like legal custom. They vaporize my peanuts. Yeah, they'll vaporize your peanuts because they have to make sure that the jam can't be made again because it's a customs nightmare. They're very litigious. Very litigious are the customs officers. I would know. I wasn't one, but my mum was. There's actually a bit in this comic where someone tries to go through customs and their peanuts is vaporized because it's the only like customs I know. I was actually like genuinely when I flew internationally, I was so surprised with how not lax, but how rigid and strict Australian customs is compared to the rest of the world because the Australian ecosystem has been untouched for such a significant period of time compared to the rest of the world. It genuinely surprised me. Like you cannot bring fruit in here. You cannot bring it has like they are very specific and very strict about types of wood as well. So types of untreated wood cannot come through here. I'm scared of the day I have to deal with customs, especially Aussie customs. Honestly, so like if you want a rundown of Australian customs, when you go through Australian customs, do not bring any fruit, like fresh or dried. No fruit, no food. Don't bring any food of any kind through. If you're bringing in wooden items or items made of wood, make sure it's treated wood. If it's something that you made at home, probably don't bring it. It's probably not a good idea. We don't have like a lot of parts of Australia don't have termites. There are parts of Australia that have very very strong populations of termites, but we don't have introduced termites. Actually, I'm also scared of American TSA. They'll think saying I have a think anything I have is yeah yeah. But yeah, once you know it, it's not as daunting. But yeah, you gotta make sure that you gotta make sure that you're in the know because you don't want to be caught with your pants down. Not with Australian customs. You don't want to be unprepared because you it's very hit or miss with customs officers. I had a very nice customs officer when I returned from Japan, but I also like on top of that, I also know the Australian customs system very well. Again, having a family member who was a customs officer, but some customs officers are really mean. So you got to be very careful. Will I get in trouble for trying to steal a jumping spider? Yes, absolutely. Arnie! What did you do wrong now? He was trying to bring jam. No, wait, no, that was Somne. He was trying to smuggle something into Australia. You know how it is. Just holding my special pen. Oh, just found my special pen. Oh, God. I want to have my pants down at customs. Oh, no, don't search my butthole, Mr. Officer. I don't think you would enjoy that. There's nothing very sexy about a cavity search. Not that I would know. It's just a bug. Oh, that's even worse. If you have your pants down, they'll know you did nothing wrong. Yeah, they'll know that you're up to something, so they'll let you through. Not with that attitude. My butt doesn't even have cavities. Well, it will once they're done with you. My teeth, however, you go outside, you grab a bug, it's free. No, you're gonna get caught. If you have live animals in your bags, guess what? You know what's happening to you? They're taking the bug. And even if it's a bug from Australia, you know what they do to it? And this sucks. They just vaporize it. And not even like in a machine. The TSA, not TSA, the customs agent will hold out their hand and then you'll see the bug go, and that's on you. What if I lie and say, oh dang, how'd that get in there? Then you're fine. Do they actually? No, not for insects. Well, insects are usually killed. And like as a genuine serious note, if you bring animals through, they are often killed. Yeah. And it's horrible, but it like don't bring it's like in all seriousness, don't bring animals through customs. That Australia very litigious. I'm saying this for everyone's benefit. Australian customs are very litigious. Yeah, it does suck, but it is part of the rules. We have so few introduced species of animals in Australia that it's a part of keeping the Australian ecosystem safe. Guess I'll just have to live in Australia for around 2 years. Yeah, you got to get the insects in your system. Aussie rules are clear, just follow them. Yeah, exactly. Arnie knows. Um, Arnie knows. You know, just the rules are very clear. If you speak English, then you'll have no problem understanding the litigious rules. Just follow them. So if I bring my pet puppy, if you actually have like warranted documents and stuff, then you're fine. But the dog will have to be quarantined. The dog will be fine as long as you like if you've notified them. I think you need to notify them like 6 months in advance, and then the puppy will go across before you, and then will go into quarantine, and then is almost always fine, unless they have rabies. But you've probably got bigger fish to fry, because in Australia we don't have rabies. Sea jumpers can usually live for 2 years. Oh, okay. Well, then you're gonna need to smuggle that in your bum. I don't make the rules, Rafe. That's just like if they find a jumping spider in your bum, then they're not really gonna. I don't know what the protocol is for that, but I feel like they're just gonna be like, ah, fuck it, let them have him, let them have it. Though I would say if you're I don't know why I'm saying this. I'm not giving you guys advice on how to smuggle stuff. Don't smuggle anything. But if you're taking stuff out of Australia, then the customs you have to worry about is the country that you're going into. If you're bringing stuff into Australia, hey, guess what? You're in for a rough time. That's all I have to tell you. How did how do my streams always get so, like, out of hand? I know why. It's because of this guy, the man in the mirror. It's Grummy Jim. Smuggler King. So if I have an emergency flight and have to be in Australia in 2 days, I'll just get someone to watch my my non-existent pet dog. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what you're gonna do. No, I'm not gonna smuggle it. I'm just gonna live with it for 2 years and then go home when it dies. Oh, okay. You just have your time with it, enjoy your time, and then part ways. Okay, that's pretty cool. You know what? I don't think there's any kind of issue with that. Non-existent. I know what you meant. I know what you meant. trying to draw a big tree and talk about customs. I was talking about customs from a genuine point of interest. I find customs very interesting. And now I've just kind of told you about smuggling stuff. The hell? My mother would be so disappointed in me. The frick? Draw an Arnie tree. Okay. On it. Oh wait, you have glasses, don't you? And big ears. Arnie tree. I was like, what's the most uncomfortable laugh I could possibly do? And then also the worst part is that as I was reeling back, I was like, it kind of looks like Arnie. Which is rude. Never looked better. No. No. Incorrect. I gotta work on custom, not custom, I gotta work on concept art for Arnie's cameo as well, now that I remember. Every time that Arnie pops into one of my streams, I'm like, I should really work on the Arnie cameo. Ads don't do anything cool. You know the rules. I'm actually gonna have a little tipple of water. I say as I just continue to draw, like I'm a madman. I've been waiting. You have. Tough. Tough. I kind of couldn't start doing not cameos, little references and Easter eggs for people until chapter 4, because chapter 3 was a heavily not populated area, and I didn't want to put little references to people in chapter 3 because the only kind of other human beings that we see, or living people that we see, are the bandits who have, if you've read chapter 3, it doesn't end well for them, so I didn't want to put other people there. For some reason, I never get ads on Twitch Mobile, even in channels I'm not subbed in. That's interesting. I don't use Twitch Mobile enough to have an opinion on that. However, that is interesting. I think it's because at the best of times, Twitch's ad system is pretty broken. Twitch Mobile is so bugged. Yeah. But I'm a tree, so it's okay. That's true. Well, I could make you one of the little goblins that we're gonna see in a moment. If you really want it. I had a really cool appearance planned, but hey, if you're really that eager to be in the comic, I can throw you in. Can throw you in earlier. You know, that's okay. You mean okay? Okie. Nice. You've been redeemed, Somne. You're okay again. I forgive you. Just saying that and was like, wait, what did I do wrong? You know what you did. All those smuggling questions. And also the peanuts thing. Please, sir, may I have some? No! Absolutely not. The vault is closed to you. I want this to be a big tree, so that's why I'm kind of spending a lot of time on it. Don't be sad, you know why. You've lost your privileges. I say that as if you've ever. That almost sounds mean for me to say, but I say that as if you've ever had those privileges. Oh man, I'm gonna just be known as. I don't want to be forever known as a chaotic streamer. I can be wholesome sometimes. Don't you all? Nobody make a joke about holes. You gotta be mad. I need to look at some. What privileges? I couldn't hear. There was some weird noise. Oh. Freaking Chris's running joke. The bleep is some weird noise. So this is what the tree looks like on the side. Like a full view of the tree. So I'm using this partially as a reference because there's a bridge. There's a bloody bridge. Yeah. That I need to add. I might actually even erase sections of it so that I can expand it out even more so. There's no such thing as a wholesome art streamer, except Arnie. That's true. Arnie is very wholesome. I will say no more. Arnie's wholesomeness percentage is really high. I know what streams you're watching. All of them, if I can help it. I am 100% Arnie watcher. I watch. That sounds really creepy. Anytime there's an Arnie stream, it doesn't matter if I'm doesn't matter if I'm on the turlet, streaming myself, working, helping deliver a baby. Throw all that away. Arnie streaming. I got something I need to watch. I'm busy. Well, Arnie, if you streamed, I'd be able to tell you. Damn, Chris freaking got him. Arnie goes live. My life has meaning. Again. That's really grim. I'm not going to say it like that. Oh, Don Cat, hello. Hello, Bebo. Welcome. Hello, everybody. Hello, Don't Cat. Sorry, not Don Cat. My terrible mistake. How is everybody doing? Let me give you a quick shout out. And while I do, how you doing? What we working on? Let's see if the shout outs actually work. They do! Cat raid. Oh no, a cat! Ah! We're in trouble. I'm in trouble. Please. Have mercy. Welcome. Oh, thank you so much for the follow, Don't Cat. It is a pleasure to meet you. My guard is like really up. It's a cat. Oh no. It's okay, I'm a nice-ish cat. Oh no. Best friendly cat. Oh. So full of fear. Hello, Carlito. How you doing? Welcome, everybody. Get comfy. For those of you who don't know me, hello. I'm Greymouse. I'm an Australian comic artist, currently working on a long-form comic series known as Ratchet and the Beanstalk Brigade. It is a fantasy series following the goblin rogue known as Ratchet. Hold on, let me zoom in. Oh, this is the wrong one. That's him. As he forms a team to steal gold from giants using beanstalks and beans to get up there. Too spoiled on liver and tuna to eat mice? Well, that is good to know. I feel like then I am safe. As long as I don't get a raid when you're hungry, I should be safe. But it is very, very lovely to meet you. Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you so much for bringing your lovely, lovely community here. You just gotta watch out for the shark that eats feet. Okay, well, good thing I only have 2 feet. That should keep me safe. I don't know what I'm saying. That should keep me pretty safe. Worst case, I lose 2. I don't have any more. Now let me check. Oh, thank you. That's very much appreciated. It's very kind of you to say. What were you all working on as well, if I may ask? Were you doing some art? Were you doing some video games? Or were you doing something else? Like crafty stuff? Or just chatting? I try to keep my PNG model fairly responsive. I have a loop deck, so every so often I actually do show other emotions than just straight contempt. So, yeah. But as you can see, I'm currently working on a little bit of line work for the comic. I'm trying to draw a tree, but I'm also trying to make it quite big, if you know what I mean. An expansive tree. I was also talking about smuggling stuff into Australia, but that's neither here nor there. That's just general conversation that we have here in the soup. For those of you who don't know, the soup is what I call my community. I can only show gay contempt. That's fair. That's fair. Good on you. I don't know why I said good on you, but you know what I mean. I'll ban myself. No! What are you drawing on? I am drawing on a Wacom Cintiq 15. So I also use Clip Studio Paint for all of my comic art. And I love it. I got it last year, but it has really held up. I kind of had to solve a little line wiggling problem at first, but after that was all solved, it has been working like a dream. Yeah. I do also use Procreate as well. I have an iPad that I draw on when I'm kind of out and about because I also travel a lot. And I don't have a preference. Both are really, really good. They're just good in their own ways. Can you make some shark soup out of Carlito? I can do that, but I worry that I would harm Carlito, and that would be bad. But yeah. I wouldn't wish to harm Carlito. So if there are any appendages that they are not using, I can add them to the soup, and I'll make a nice shark soup with that. Apologies. Apologies for the heavy cough. But yes, are you an artist, Cat? Do you prefer don't or cat, or just fully don't cat? I don't mind either way, but I would rather refer to you in a way that you preferred. Arnie Gray wants to turn shark into a soup. Yes. Yes. Well, not wants to, I was asked. No shark soup. Oh, well then if Carlito says so. I can't make soup out of Carlito. I only make soup out of... I don't want to say willing participants, because that seems almost more dubious. I'm an artist. Ooh. What kind of art do you work on? I will just say I only use cooking materials for soup. I have no preferences. People default to cat most times. Okay, cool. I will see how the motion of the ocean gets me. Inking style. Ooh, much like mine. Interesting. That's super cool. If you have any art to share, feel free to do so as well. You're allowed to post links into the chat if you'd like. I also have a Discord if you're interested in posting stuff like that. Cell shading for colored stuff. Nice. Nice. I just wrote color. Hold on. Discord. I was really hit or miss on cell shading for a while, and then share the art if you want. I'm not going to push you either way, but if you want to share it, then you that would make me very happy. Hey, yeah. So I was very hit or miss on cell shading, and then I saw Hades, the game, and I fell in love with it. Oh my goodness! You just sent me pictures of butts. No, this is fantastic. This is beautiful. Ooh, I kind of always like say like if someone gives me a link, I'm like, wait, you just sent me to the RSPCA website. Oh no, look at these cats and stuff like that, or things like that. But this is fantastic art. Everybody, be sure to check out Cat's work. And I see a Sailor Moon fan. That's not Sailor Moon. But it's one of the sailors. That I know for certain. Oh, is that Jupiter? Question mark. Which of them sailors? I don't know. You want to see Bebo? I can pop this up on stream if Cat is okay with that. Mars is up there. That's the one. I love the idea of Sailor Moon, but I'm also so lazy about watching shows that I never get around to the ones that I want to watch. Go for it. Hey, good to know. Punga, show the art. Punga is my assistant. For those who don't know, Punga, there's no art there. There it is. I can't zoom. I can't scroll too much, otherwise I'll get in trouble. Not in trouble. I'll have to log in. But look at how freaking awesome this stuff is. And the form is so good. Like, you got the human form down. You're just nailing it. I'm very in awe of that because sometimes I'm just awful at anatomy. So whenever I see someone who can do anatomy well, I'm very impressed. No, no, you're just doing a great job, you know? What can I say? I gotta recognize the talent, you know? If anything, if I've learned anything as an artist is you just gotta recognize the talent. So thank you so much for sharing this, because it's super cool. And which screen was I on? That one. That one. Yes, we're back. Hello. And actually just gonna quickly give you a follow so that I can make sure that I catch your stream, because I'm very keen to see you working. And of course, everybody from my community, if you aren't following Cat, make sure to do so. One what? What? Yes. Yeah, I've kind of lent into the heavier cell shading in the past year, just because of, yeah, Hades. Kind of fell in love with that art style, and it meant that I really needed to lean into more cell shading, where I was doing no cell shading before as well. So it was a big change. But I think it was worth it because I really like the way it looks. Hades is fantastic. Yeah, I love Hades. Now, gotta quickly jump over to this draft. As you can see, this is how I draft stuff. It's an absolute mess, but I can understand it, and that's all that matters. Because essentially, once I'm done with the draft, no one ever sees it again. So it's allowed to be a little messy. um, so what I'm trying to make sure I get is that there's a bridge here. A very, like, a natural bridge in this space. And I'm just wondering if it'll show up in this part, because we actually don't see a lot of the tree yet. I should hydrate. Thank you so much for the reminder. Me. Is this for a gig or a personal project? This is a personal project. So, Thank you so much for asking. So, Ratchet and the Beanstalk Brigade is a long form series that I am working on. It's a personal project, it's just for me. Chapters 1 to 3 are available to read for free right now on Tapas. And it's just something I'm personally working on because I've always wanted to make a comic. And until very recently, I haven't had the means to do so. So I thought that was the comic page coming up on the timer, and so I was like, oh. But this is one of the finished pages of chapter 3, and so you can kind of see how it ends up looking in its final form. But yeah, I've always wanted to make comics, and up until recently, I didn't have the stones to do it. I think I didn't have the bravery to do it. Didn't feel confident in my own work, and then I just started, and then it all kind of came together. You should see my sketches, completely indecipherable. But that's like the best part of draft sketches and sketching, is that you can make them completely indecipherable. So I enjoy it for that reason, and I enjoy making drafts that are essentially almost just painting in a way. You're like painting with very simplistic colors. But then when it comes to the actual line work, it's just that bit tougher because it's like, well, how do I translate these lines that are maybe super thick and I can't draw a circle to save my life? How do I translate all that? Give me the curve. Yeah. I wanted to do it with webtoons, but I haven't mustered the stones yet, and that's fair enough. Everybody get kind of, if you're eager to do something like that, everybody gets to it in their own time. And I definitely think one of the best things I learned is that if you aren't feeling up to it, then you don't want to rush that process. Webtoons comic, well, yeah, you don't want to rush that process, but then also when you do feel like you're ready and you want to start the comic, then the best time to start is in that moment. Um, because for me, I did a ton of preparation. So I actually was writing this comic for a year prior to drawing on it. And I'm glad I did do that. But because I started writing it a year ago, now part of my process in the production of this comic is that I will actually go back and rewrite the parts of the chapter that I'm up to. So, yeah, if you want to start, you just, once you feel like you're ready to start, you start. You just get into it immediately. But if you were to make a comic or a webtoon, what would you make it about, out of curiosity? Because I also love hearing people's ideas. Because we got some very talented and creative writers in here, so I always love hearing what people think. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, if I'm going to add moss to it, I could almost do that on a whole new layer and then add an outline for the moss itself. That's kind of what I've been thinking about doing. I've got a few ideas bouncing around. Nice. Love to hear that. Um, as someone who, yeah, jumped through a few different ideas before I settled on a D&D campaign that never had a conclusion, I think that's going to happen. You're going to have just a bunch of ideas, and eventually you'll be like, yeah, this is it. This is the one. I have everything planned out for my comic, but I just don't have the time. Yes, that's another thing. It takes forever to do a comic. I've been working on this comic for about 2 years, and I've done 3 chapters. So if you're working full time and you want to work on a comic, then you're gonna need to find some time. That's for sure. Because it do take a while. That's for sure. Okay, we zoom back out. That's looking good. I think I'm ready to keep moving. I think I'm ready to color this in now. I could stick around and just draw on this all day. Like I know I could. But I'm gonna try not to. Because I have other things to do. One I'll refer to as domestic comedy concept with light magical elements. I love the description. That sounds very intriguing. You got me hooked. Also, one of the things is like, because if you start writing on something like that, one of the first pieces of advice I got, and also as a piece of insight, I studied film at university. So one of the first pieces of advice I got in screenwriting was that if you want to make an interesting plot, you got to do it in like the first 10 pages. So if you start writing on something like that, you got to hook people in the first 10 pages. And I think you would. I think you can do it with that, because it's a very interesting concept to work with. Anything with magic, though, I'm a bit biased, to be fair. Anything with magic, I love. That's way too blue. What the hell am I doing? I do kind of like it, though. And I don't want it to be too close to the rock. The other I refer to as diverse scene girls hanging out with, which my bro described as non-supernatural monster slash ever after high. That's cool. That's a cool concept. And hey, if there are other concepts that are similar to it, then at the very least you know it works. Oh, thank you so much, Frosty. I appreciate the pets. It's definitely more silvery blue. But it might help kind of break up the sky, because we want a bit more contrast. Oh, that's maybe a little too far in one direction. Just balance it out just a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Gotta pet the mouse. Yes, got to pet the mouse. It's the penance. How are we doing today? I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. I hope you are doing well. And very big congratulations on finishing Hollow Knight. I didn't say it when I raided or during your stream, but very big congrats on that. You did fantastic. You gonna do Path of Pain? Out of curiosity. I asked like said like a bunch of things all at once. I hope you can answer those questions. Indeed, we're about to play some D&D. Ooh, nice. I hope you have a very fun time. I wonder, how big is an actual tree? The tree only kind of extends as high as the rock, so let's not go too high. Now, I don't know what Path of Pain or White Palace. I don't know, yeah, but I do want to play some more Hollow Knight. That's fair, so you'll see. Well, yeah, that's fair enough. Oh, thank you so much for the follow, Thirsty Plant Art. I appreciate you. It's very, very kind of you. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the soup. Have a sit, ruminate within the soup, and warm yourself. Warm your soul. That's way too not tree colored. I mean, it is tree colored, but you know what I mean. Just ain't right. Um, would you be interested in playing more of those kind of platformer games? No soup. There's always no shark soup. Yes, no shark soup. But there's always soup for those with a weary heart and a sense of adventure. Feel bad now. I call my community the litter box. I empty the litter box into the soup via rate. No, that just gives it that crunch. Oh god, that's horrible. No. No, it's fine. My soup cleanses the litter box. As long as nobody did poops. Litter box flavored soup adds the texture. Yeah, Frosty's right. It's like a little bit of that sawdust, you know? Like add in a little bit of carrot to any kind of meal to give it more like more of a heartiness. Like shaved carrot is like the sawdust of foods. Like croutons, exactly. It's like croutons. It's like feel free to dump the litter box into the soup. You've got a big bowl. If you stay in the shallow end, you're probably not gonna even taste it. Head off and lurk. Hope stream goes well. Thank you so much, Frosty. Thank you for popping in. Always lovely to see you. And so, a little piece of background information about this tree. So, I've talked about it on Blue Sky and a few other places. I think, as well as like on this stream, uh, while I've been idly working away. But this is one of the prophet trees, and the prophet trees are based on jacaranda trees in Australia. So I'm kind of working with a sort of light to vivid purple for the leaves. So like that, and we're going to be doing a little bit of altering and shaping of the colors because I like the look of the purple, but I want to give it a bit more vibrancy. So we're gonna add a little bit of red into the highlights and just almost like adding color and vibrancy to hair. We're gonna just add a little bit of zest, as it were, and mix a bit of color into it. Even though I like to work with very flat colors and very harshly lined highlights. I want it to be I want to put the effort in for this specifically. Also because I have a habit of going insane about details. So we're adding just details. We're just working the details. As is the want. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I'm very obsessive about details, and so as a result, a lot of my comic pages are very heavy on those details and the background details, and you'll see like hundreds of bottles that I've drawn like by hand um, every single time, and then you don't need to wonder why it takes so long for me to finish a chapter, because it takes bloody forever to do stuff like that. However, I think we're ready to move on to doing some shadows. As I speak about it taking forever, we've made project progress. Sorry guys, having a stronk. Just oh man, my words just not working. They never do, but like I was hoping they would. While I'm trying to explain something I'm actually very passionate about. You'd think you'd be better with the words then, but no. But no. Music, return to me. There it is. And then the kind of way I do rocks and stuff is that I do add just kind of slight jutting and weird little angles to it, just so that it gives it a little bit of that geometric look. We add the shadows where they lay, of course, but then we also, like, you gotta put the shadows where they naturally are, but then on top of that you add just little bits and pieces that give it just that strange little indents and things like that. So that it feels all like weathered with time. And as a rock is, it'll have jutting points and dents and indents. My old college had jacaranda trees. Used to love napping under them. Ooh, yeah, that's awesome. I like around about the Christmas season, you get the jacaranda trees blooming in like really strongly here in Adelaide. And so one of my favorite things to do around Christmas time is that I will, yeah, just go for walks through the CBD and look down the lanes and look at all these beautiful jacaranda trees. I moved to Adelaide the past few years, and it's one of the things I love most about living here is that these beautiful trees that are like very akin to cherry blossoms, but just so close and available to just look at. It's very inspired by them. So, of course, I had to include them in my comic. I didn't want too many like big references to my own personal life in the comic. I felt like there was more than enough of my own spirit put into it, but there are a few like little things, but they're all home based, you know. So jacaranda trees. I based the town of Timberstone off of Broken Hill, just because I found the layout of Broken Hill to be very interesting. So, of course, I had to add it in some capacity. Also, as a bit of background information, this stone used to be a the sword blade of a giant. Like this used to be a giant sword, and it fell to the mainland. So I'm kind of also basing the design off of just cool stone swords. I may also be buggering up the proportions a little bit. Not proportions, perspective. That's the word. Yeah. Yeah, that's the word. Yeah. I'll make alterations if I so desire it, but I feel like I'm good with that. I could sit and work on a singular detail for ages, so gonna cut myself off from continuing for too long. Because we do want to make progress eventually. The tree is going to be very complicated, so I'll get to that as like the last thing. Yeah. So also just to add further clouds, but very far away clouds. No, I can do this a better way. Uh, are the shadows on the edge of the stones, the edges of the blade, the bevel? I mean, not so much. So they are beveled. So that's where you get the slight tapering off. But I'll show you a side on look at the rock. So as you can see here, basically the sword itself extends out like down that way, but then from about here extends the width of the tree. So it's more of a club, so to speak, but it's been weathered with time as well. So I liked the idea of giving it just a slight bevel down along these edges. So if you can imagine the rest of the tree and then the other side, so we get these bevels on either side. So it's more of a club. However, I also like the idea of imagining that it was had a sharp pointed end, and that's just dug into the ground. And that is why I use the term sword, even though it's not really a sword. So it's not thin, but it is large. And that's why I've added the bevel. That being said, it also means that this shadow shouldn't exist. This shadow, like, look shouldn't exist. Oh no. It should be like that. Should just cover it up. But also I like just hard line shadows. I don't like soft shadows. I'm either lazy or very particular. It's one of the two. Feel free to draw your conclusions about which, but I like to just have very stark, hardened shadows. It's a look. Don't be a slave to airbrushes. Yeah, it's not that I dislike airbrushes, it's just that I don't use them. It's just that I staunchly don't use them, and not out of hate, just out of lack of understanding. Maybe ignorance, but you know. But also, like, one of the things with the Hades style is that I watched a breakdown of how to achieve that, and one of the biggest things was that there's no soft shadows in Hades's art style, like no soft line shadows. So they're all hard edge shadows, and there's no like soft tapering off or gradients to the art. It's all very stark and fast and loose, you know? And I like that a lot, and I like that a lot about the style. So it was kind of a thing that I've wanted to do for a while, but I just really struggled with making like making it work in my head before I even started making it work on a page. And so that really visualized it for me. So I think that's one of the biggest like struggles I have with art is that because I'm such a visual learner, if I don't have a solid visual understanding of it in my head, then I probably won't achieve it as well as I could. So I'm always really hyper vigilant to beautiful art that I'm inspired by because I feel like I have a better chance of learning that style if I watch it and see it visually done with my own eyeballs. Because like people can explain it to me, and it's why I really struggled in art classes if the art theory side of it, if I was being given theory and verbal explanation of how this works or how this art works, I'm not gonna take it in. Like, little peek behind the curtain with me, but if you ever meet me in real life and you talk to me in long-winded sentences, I can promise you my eyes are gonna glaze over as we chat, because I don't have the attention span for it, and I'm terribly sorry for that. But like the truth is, my attention span really bad when it comes to conversations. I mentally check out as if I have no control of my own body and brain. It's a problem. Grandma's just casually disassociating mid conversation. Yeah, pretty much. And it's really bad because I shouldn't be doing that. If I'm being given instructions on stuff, I'm out. My brain is going. It just leaves the room. Leaves the entire conversation. It's brutal. Even if I'm, well, actually no, if I'm interested in the conversation, then I'm there. But sometimes I will just disassociate, and it happens. So if I'm being given verbal instruction, then hey, guess what? I'm gone. I'm gone. My brain is elsewhere, probably thinking about this comic. Realistically, think about this comic a lot in my downtime. I got to think of story arcs and storylines and how I as a writer am gonna torture my characters, because that's what writers do most of the time. So that they just torture their characters that they love, just so that they can feel something. Okay, speak in single word exclamations and sharp, sudden grunts. Yes, that works. That gets my attention. That, and then just show me things. Point keys in my face, things like that. Shake keys in my face, things like anything like that. I'm there, just continually checking in if I'm still there. And it's like it's one of the things, if I'm in your like if I'm in a stream, if I'm in someone else's stream in chat, I'll either be talking or I'll be sitting there staring into space. There's not really an in between. And so I usually don't really like raid and then duck out completely. I'm like still there, but I'm like thinking about something else, but that nothing else is going on. Then I'm always really worried that people think that I've just like raided and then left. And I'm worried that some parts of Twitch think I'm just really rude. I mean, it's not that that's rude, but like, you know, it's just the things I worry about. I want to give this a little bit more shape, but that's okay. I can make it work. Crikey! It's Stranded! A raid from Stranded. Hello, strangers. Let me give you a shout out, Stranded. Standard. I'm back. Welcome back. How are you doing? What were you working on? Great. Suiko. Suiko, shout him out. How you doing? We're under attack. We're under attack by Stranded and their community. Hello, crikey. No stranger to me. No. Well, you could be a stranger to me. I don't know. Oh, just typed a W into chat because that's how commands work. Oh no, I accidentally banned crikey. Oh, whoops. No, How y'all doing? What were you working on? Were you working on some Alan Wake fan art? You good? Can't stay. Somewhat urgent bio needs. Fair enough. Fair enough. I hope everything is okay. And if not, I hope it gets sorted out very, very quickly. As a very peaceful resolution. It looks like a butt. Just hanging out and chatting, but looking at old giveaway drawings I want to revamp over this month. Ooh, that sounds fun. Nothing serious, just something I ate. Ah, fair enough, fair enough. Well, you take care of yourself. And again, yeah, I hope it all resolves nice and quickly. Later, everyone. Have fun. Wave, wave. Bye. Take care of yourself. And for everyone from Stranded's community who does not know me, hello, I'm Greymouse Inc. I'm in charge now, so y'all better be on your best behavior. Ooh, man, shaking my fist. I'm a Australian illustrator currently working on a long form comic series known as Ratchet and the Beanstalk Brigade. It is a fantasy series where a little goblin, let me show you him, little goblin called Ratchet forms a team of exemplary goblins to steal gold from giants. And there may be hijinks along the way, but we cannot be certain. Yes, we can. And there will be. Gonna wash the dishes and then have a few more whiskey and ginger ale. Fair enough. Enjoy yourself, crikey. You promise? Good on you, Rafe. What is best behavior? You better figure it out soon. Others, I would be on my worst behavior. No. Farewell, gang. No. We don't do feral here. We're all very well behaved and good beans. We like to follow the rules and not cause strife for the mouse. I was saying that in a very threatening way. I meant that as a joke. Y'all do what you gotta do. We aren't good beans. We are beings. Right in the chat. No, no rights. You're right. I'll have to put you in the naughty corner. I'll have to time you out. Ginger and rye Canadian classic. Ooh, nice. That is good. Ginger and rye. Very, very nice. I do pop in asking how you been sometimes. That's pretty cute. No rules in art. There are rules in art. We just don't talk about them. Scotch. Ooh, scotch is also good. You prefer scotch? That's fair. Scotch is pretty good. Scotch is pretty right. A bivy bevy does sound like a bop. Yeah. It's very sweet. My brother messaged me while I was like at the start of stream and said that I could have ice cream. Like I could have the ice cream in the fridge. So you know what I'm doing after stream. Rum and ice cream. Not together, but like I mean kinda together. But you know what I mean. But what should I drink? I can't make Shrek juice anymore. No. Good Johnny Walker Black Label. Ooh, also nice. Very nice scotch. Do I care for this shadow? No. No. Not really. Am I going to continue with it? Maybe. Looks like we have our newest celebrity. Harry Potter. I'm actually a good guy, but it's gonna take the entire series of movies to reveal that. butter rum ice cream. Got it. Ooh, that does sound nice. Great one that won't break your shit. That's true. Won't break the bank. It's good for its price. Just having a little Lafrogue before bed myself. Nice. I'm certain I butchered that pronunciation, but that is a very nice sounding drink. For certain. Anyone having waffles? Because if so, have a cheeky peek above my head. That's actually not a bad piece of advice. Nice smoky flavor. Do you want smoky tasting ice cream? Maybe. It depends on the mood, right? Start connecting up a lot of these lines and actually make it look a little bit more complicated than it actually is. Because maybe I just want normal ice cream. Be a little gremlin and eat it with my bare hands over the sink. Not something I do. Not allowed to start fires anymore. That tracks for Rafe. Apparently I'm unpredictable with a blowtorch, whatever that means. No, that makes sense. That tracks for you. It'll only burn for 30 seconds, but blow out if it keeps going. That's good. I think we're ready to do details. Oh. Oh. I was just sitting here erasing on the details layer. Completely mentally aware that I just created that layer and there is nothing on it. Oh, thank you so much for the follow, little Willow. Welcome to the soup. Apologies if I didn't catch that sooner. I am very stupid. I said that with the biggest smile on my face. I'm not observant. So I hope you are doing well. And welcome to the soup. You can't leave now. There may be cat litter in the soup. Don't worry about that. I actually made creme brulee fairly often and have a kitchen torch solely for that. And it's a special treat when I bring it out. That does sound like a special treat. That's awesome. I love creme brulee. Man, I've never done like the like crispy hard top on it. But I love the look of it. I would 100% if I could and if I had a blowtorch. It's actually super easy to make. That's the best bit. Yeah, yeah. I've had actually. I take that back. Well, not creme brulee technically. The crispy part is the best part. I do agree. I've never had creme brulee on a creme brulee. Like I've not had the crispy part on the creme brulee, but I've had a cocktail with the creme brulee like sugar like crispy top, and holy crap, very good. So I would have a creme brulee with the crispy top. On my way to make grey mouse creme brulee. I would eat that. Don't send it to me because I've spent maybe 30 minutes talking about Australian customs. Don't send it to me because they will eat it before I get to. But honestly, I would love creme brulee. You know what? That's my New Year's resolution. Have a creme brulee. It's a simple goal, but very achievable. I said on my way. Oh my god. Well, I guess you don't really have to deal with customs if you just come through and then make it here. That's true. I might actually quickly switch some of the hues and then add a bit of a... That looks like a scab. That looks like a horrible little scab. I should do a bit of alternating kind of colors and stuff and hues, but I'll quickly get the basics down. Basic highlights done, and then we can do stuff. I had an espresso martini with tequila rose and bourbon cream the other night. It was so yummy. That does sound amazing. Oh man, I don't know enough about cocktails and stuff to provide like what I do with the recipes and um the recipes and food page on the Discord. I don't know enough um about things like cocktails to provide enough information or to provide recipes on them, but I would love that. And I have thought about like various different drink pairings for different foods and recipes as well that will go along with some of the recipes, but nothing like cocktails or anything like that. But I wouldn't be against looking into it. And you know what I said about the airbrush and not using it? I'm going to break my rule. Might drip it down, drop it down a little bit. But we just want a little bit more vibrancy in the some of the parts of this tree. Because I want it to be very intriguing. Oh, ad currently running. Don't do anything cool. Just take it easy, chill out. If you get trapped in the ad, then I'll see you in a bit. Y'all didn't hear that. I mostly just eyeball my recipes. That's fine. That's fine. Add this and that. Does it taste good? Maybe a little more of that. Okay, now I know for next time. Yeah, that's it. Time to call the cop. What? It's gonna take him a minute. He's the only one working tonight. Agile. Oh, right. Right, agile. I thought you said time to call the cop. I'm like, I haven't said anything wrong. Don't have me arrested. I've done nothing. I might go for a more vibrant red. Just to top it off. Just like that. And then we kind of, when we go in for details and stuff like that, we might want to do some light, light leaf work, you know, here and there. I know I'm talking about. Talking about stuff as if I'm some sort of expert. I'm free. Welcome back. Yippee! Yip! I need a better reference, but that's okay. I'll work with what I got right now. I was gonna say I've called them for 7 other people. Ah, nice. Very cool. Just a few highlight spots in there. It's essentially the same thing I do as with Ratchet's ears, adding like a soft highlight over the top, and then details in lighter layers, and I'll probably do darker layers as well. But it just adds a bit more texture, at least. It may not be the proper way of doing things, but it does add a bit more texture. Can't catch this dang fish. You fishing? Minecraft? Yeah. What was I thinking? Of course, right? Or that fishing game where you play as a cat or an Animal Crossing character. Sims 4. Oh, right. Well, then I was very off. We'll go red, reddest, and then. That's not as red as it could be. Give me some vibrancy. like that. Don't know why I did that. Like I was drawing in a corner of the page that no one would see. Like even I didn't see it. It's just like filling out spaces and just like, oh, that's not gonna. They look like little love hearts. They were meant to be leaves. But hey, that's okay. I don't know. I whispered that. I'm sorry, everybody. I apologize. At some point, I should really do a tree study so that I can get these trees proper and right. Because like these have plenty of personality, but they could be better. Yeah, because that's very, very strong. Not exactly what I'm looking for, but that's okay. And yeah, I might even add some like stuff underneath it as well. Just for again for details because I'm obsessed. Hyper focusing, no. Falling into the hyper focusing. Does that make a difference? No. Absolutely not. At least not to me. Just adding weird little squiggly shapes kind of achieves the same thing. Intentional squiggly shapes, of course, but you know, intentionally placed. I think that does more. Finally, you caught it? Caught the fish? Yo! erase some of it. Alright, nice. I think maybe the pink is a touch too vibrant, but that is something that can be fixed, so I'm gonna leave it for now. Also gonna let it like ruminate, and then I'll, if I like it enough, I'll keep it. It's part of my process. Now, just a few little dark cracks. Don't need to go all the way up, all the way down. Add a few, you know? Again, trying to avoid doing too much. But we shall see if I achieve that. Yeah, and a much better way of drawing distant clouds. Just make them less detailed and more saturated. I also want to give them a round bottom so that I can add a bit of shadow to the underside. Okay. There we go. Gonna erase some of the highlights on the rock, just because not a fan. Oop. We did a chisely pen. Kind of just playing around with this one. Don't take this as what I'm gonna do. I'm more just fucking about. Yeah, no, I'm not into it. Not my chisel pen. We'll leave it. Leave it until I come up with a better idea for it. Until then, it's good enough for me. That being said, I had planned on putting moss on stuff, so what I'm kind of keen to test out, or at least try, is setting up a layer of moss that has its own edge to it, so like that. And it'll kind of come down to me filling in that in. Okay, I just have to make this meal and my sim should be back alive again. Oh, that's good. So. It's pretty good. Pretty easy. It makes making moss a little bit more simple. Once I put it over the line work. Not a great color though. I'll alter the color. Close, but not that. And then when it comes to like adding in unique details and stuff like that, it's kind of easier to just draw within the moss. So if I want more detailed look in moss, then I can just draw in this space. And I like that because then it means that I can just make really easy, simple, like good looking moss in frames and cover stuff with fairly few issues. There's a nice like addition to Clip Studio Paint is that you can just make layers that have outlines, and that's what I do for the dialogue. Is that I just make a layer with an outline, and then I just fill in, make circles. Makes the whole process very simple. If I want to make mushrooms, just have them bulbing at the top. yeah. No, that's not dark enough. And it's, yeah, finally that the learnings from my grubbo styles paying off. Okay, he better not die again. Hopefully not. I'll keep my fingers crossed for you. Keep my fingers crossed for him, really. I might add just a few little like plants in the moss as well, just growing happily. A few little white flowers and things like that. I think that'd be cute. But yeah, I'm really pleasantly surprised with how this moss has actually turned out. It looks pretty good. I should do some lighter layers and stuff, but do that in a second. Once I've drawn the little flowers. That could be lighter. And I love how kind of like as I, if I make mistakes in the line work, then it just means that the outline grows for the moss like moss would. I think the more I kind of cultivate the moss, the more it grows, which makes it very good practice, like for shape, like making shape and stuff. So that I don't overwhelm this page with moss. And it looks so cool. Like it's turned out really good. Really happy with how this little test turned out. I think the important note is that you just make sure that the outline size is about the same as the pen size. Yeah, cool. That's looking good. And I think any additional things or bits and pieces can be added in that layer. If I need outlines and stuff for stuff, then I can just do it through the moss layer. There we go. Should probably put the moss on the top as well. Realistically, not much is getting up there. Oh, we got time. We got time. But I'd say we're pretty much done on this panel then as well. So that's good. Yeah, nice. I think it really works well with all the layers. Like, together. Can kind of allude to more plants up there just by giving it a little bit of space. I'm doing that thing where I'm putting a ton of detail into parts. Again, it's what I do. I don't think I saved. I don't think I've saved for a while. So thank goodness I remembered. I might hydrate now while I've got the chance to do so. That's a mug. That does not contain water. We've got about 20 minutes left to go. So with that time, I'd rather perfect or just finish up here. As opposed to start on a new panel. I think adding an extra like line work layer is maybe has turned out really good because we actually get to see a lot more definition in some of these parts where I kind of otherwise would have left it and there wouldn't be that level of unique stylization. So I'm very happy with that. It actually, yeah, it looks super cool. As an end result, I'm really happy with that. There are a few things I would like to like iron out, of course, but like that comes with time. Oh, now I got hiccups. Had a coughing fit, now I got hiccups. Oh god. Doesn't rain, it pours for the mouse. It's maybe a touch big. Yeah, so cool. I know you got it from me. No, Rafe, how could you give me hiccups? You bastard. You cheeky booger. I'm just filling this space with a lot of just hiccuped and the loudest hiccup of all hiccups. Oh, damn. The pain. Did it hurt? You poor thing. So sad. Little crying emoji. So sad. This will make sense as we get to see more of the panel unfold. So don't worry about this. Just look over and see that sad little face every now and then. So tragique. Such a tragic little face. Yeah, we leave it at that. And then it can unfurl and provide answers later. Yeah, man, that looks cool. I'm happy with how that's turned out. I might do more with the stone, but I'm happy with how that looks. That's a cool looking thing. And now I also now know that I can do some really cool looking confetti, like in later chapters. If there's ever need for confetti, you know, maybe there's a celebration in the comic. We don't know. I certainly don't. I don't know. I don't know if there would be. I might, now that I've added that stuff in, I might actually jump back to the previous page. Not page, panel, and quickly add in things that I remember that I left out. So one being Ratchet's little ear details, and then another being the leaves now falling. So he's got little ear details. And that's it. That's all it is. Yeah, I also didn't put a few things in. Now, I know a tattoo artist who does pupil like light like that, and I've always found it really cool. And going forward, probably going to do that because it's wicked. And it feels more involved, you know. I have to do this in one sweep because it's just a decreased opacity and it's not actually a blending layer. Cool. And then we'll do leaves, sky confetti. They'll give a nice bit of intrigue to this panel too, anyway. Maybe I make it thicker. Maybe I make. Can be kind of like a little celebration of Armella and Ratchet reaching Timberstone. Right? That's cute. Probably don't want to have those too close together. Right? Yeah, no. Should probably be still be piles of leaves. I don't want to do that. I don't want to put the effort into that. Madness. I haven't unprawned this entire stream. And I was just like, oh man, my back feels rough. Wonder why. I like this because Armella clearly concerned or very taken aback. Ratchet loving it, which is fitting for their dynamic. Loving the sight. And then we get just a lighter shade, just to make these more leaf-like. Ooh, 8 minutes. And then we'll raid out. There we go. Am I missing any big leaves? Then we take this, make a darker thing, and then put a stem down them all. Details! I love them. All the details. I'm a madman. Crazy. There you go. Done. Cool. I can't wait to cover some of this art with speech bubbles. Yeah, I'm really impressed with how it looks. It actually looks so cool. No, I'm very happy with that. And I'll quickly check if there's anything I need to like update or improve before we raid out. My back. I'm gonna just stretch for a bit while my back punishes me for existing in a crumpled heap. Now, one thing that I might just test. Just cover that. That's actually kind of better. I like that a little bit more. I'm gonna have to do something about the moss, but otherwise I like the look. It's pretty snazzy. I feel I may have cracked the code for an artist that I like, an artist's style that I really respect. I was like, wait a second. I think I may have cracked the code of how they do their art. They do a really cool messy style, which I'm really big into. I'm really impressed by. So if I can do anything to kind of learn from them, I'm very happy. Then just adding in the obligatory cell shaded lines. I might at some point check out Borderlands. Just have a look at how they cell shade their rocks. Or just Hades, go to the goat, you know? Yay. People seem to like Hades. I love Hades. Hades is fantastic. You not seen how much I sing its praises on my Hades streams? Where I'm swearing and cursing it out? Because I keep losing to my... Actually, no spoilers, never mind. No spoilers for Hades. But I do love the game, even though I complain when I lose. Even though I whinge and cry and become insufferable when I lose. Yeah, I think the extra lines are very much needed. Just like the extra black lines to just add a little bit of chunk, you know? Like I could bite into this somehow. Like it's a big, delicious rock to eat. I also think, we got a little bit of time. We got a little bit of time. But yeah, I think the extra black lines do make a good bit of difference. And just add a little bit more to it. You heard it here first, children. Eat rocks. Just have a little nibble. Don't eat them all. Don't eat them whole. You don't get to enjoy or savor the goodness of them. Just give them a little nibble. From time to time. Am I so wrong to suggest that? They call me mad for suggesting have a nibble of a rock. And yet, all the cool kids are doing it. So clearly I'm not that mad. Oh. Ah! My neck! Oh, did you guys hear that? That was my neck. Just the loud crack. Oh, Jesus. It's just like, ugh. Go slack, like slump in my seat. That like caught me off guard. That was so loud. Felt good though. Whew. I think we're done here. Oh, soup. Makes it. Oh no, the soup sign looks like it's got hands, but like little baby hands. Oh, that's weird. That's so creepy. We are done here though, because I just looked at the time, and I'm getting a bit distracted. So as is customary, we're gonna quickly export these panels out, just in case we get art taxed. And then we will head on. That looks cool. I'm very happy with how this has turned out. So, yep, cool. And then give it a save. Waffle Man is looking cool too. I'm very happy with how the Grubbo style is turning out. Really simple, really easy to draw and work on. Yeah, super happy with it. Is Suited live? Suited is live. What sausage? Let's go raid suited. Haven't even checked the raid screen, but I know suited is live because they sent me a message that said, "Lol, you won't raid, you stinky mouse." Suited actually said that to me, and gonna have to shout at suited, dooted, did a big tooted, as I like to call them. Alright, posted into the Discord. Oh, we got a newbie. Hello, cat. Welcome to the soup. I actually didn't wave. Let me just wave. Welcome to the soup, don't cat. Copy the link. And okay, let's get moving. Let's get this raid rolling. Rumble rolling raid. Pop to the end screen. Pop up. Hello. And we shall head on out. Let's go say hi to Suited. Because Suited, good friend. Yep, start that raid. Thank you all so much for being here. I won't be back live tomorrow. Tomorrow is my little break. However, day after, we're going to be playing some Hades. So I got to do some art reference looks and get a good look at some art references. So we'll be back on Thursday. Love a little break. Yeah. Asa Kiddiums. Hope you're doing good. But I will see you all real soon. Until then, go be the rainbow in somebody else's day. Alright. Toodles.